Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Life is Weird podcast.
Welcome to have us, man. Thank you for having us.
Of course, bro. How we doing, y'all? How we doing?
Doing great.
Yo, I have two very special guests here, bro. Introduce you guys.
Ali.
Yourself.
I'm Alex Rodriguez. Goes by Arod.
Arod.
Why can't I?
Because we're Ali and Arod.
I know we're Ali and Arod, but I want to say my actual name because we don't ever talk about it.
But your name is after a baseball player.
Bro.
Just call yourself
Okay,
Arod.
can I call myself my normal name, bro?
Bro, Arod. It's Ali and Arod. Do you hear Ali and Alex Rodriguez?
Bro,
what do you hear a lot?
Ali and Arod.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
bro,
what the
like,
fuck are you talking about?
Alright, bro. Just who are you? Who are you, bro?
I'm Arod.
He's
Thank you.
And what do you guys do?
We are streamers specifically from upstate New York.
Word.
Twitch streamers.
It is crazy to see the motion that you guys have. Like, I'll speak to how we met.
Absolutely.
Like, we were 11, 12 years old, bro.
Hooping.
AAU squad, bro. I was giving him buckets.
I was giving him hell. Like they
Bro.
always said I was like too like advanced for my age, so it was just like it was bad. But I stopped playing. Like I told him in the car, the reason why I didn't make it to the league was because I was skipping practice playing 2K.
Oh
so,
yeah,
like,
it's always an excuse.
If I left the 2K alone, I really would have been in the league right now. But like,
You're never making it.
And one thing,
playing baseball. What
No, I didn't make it. I can say I didn't make it.
say
Bro.
one
Like,
thing?
come on,
yeah,
come
what
on.
do you got to say?
Who did your dad name you after?
Alex Rodriguez.
Is he a baseball player?
Yeah,
Is he in the MLB?
he was. He took steroids.
Okay.
He did take
And
steroids.
He named you after
A steroid head.
baseball player, and he had hopes of you making it, right?
I didn't.
No, but your dad had hopes of you making it, right?
Yeah.
So you failed your dad.
You tell me. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, my bad.
But yeah, I'll speak to that AAU squad. Our coach, Coach Tito. I'm
Tito.
definitely gonna have him on
Gotta have him. We gotta have the whole team on.
for sure. We
That'd be
definitely
crazy.
have to have an episode of that. But Tito always used to break. It wasn't like team on three. It was always family on three.
Absolutely.
And we haven't been the closest, but I still like it's still family.
It's still
bro.
family. Always.
Like,
Always
it's
and
always
forever, bro.
it's always love, bro. And it's crazy to see.
Sorry, my bad.
Close to me.
It's crazy to see how you guys are just like I see y'all on Instagram. Y'all have like 500,000, 1 million. Like y'all have motion, bro. And it's crazy to see like this. Y'all are like the first ones to really pop out in this area, like to pop off in this area. So like.
Bro, it's been like, I don't know, I feel like we've been like, I never wanted streaming. It was him. Like I never wanted to do like streaming, so like.
Yeah, like what I'm gonna ask you guys this. How did you guys meet?
Yep.
And what led you into streaming?
Bro, so if you can some way, somehow edit and put this video on the screen, I
gotta explain the video first.
Okay,
It's
explain
my
it.
story right here first.
This is how it all started.
So I used to do a lot of gym content. Like
Word.
that's how I got into content and everything. And I want to be a gym influencer. I was like, I could get big and stuff like that. But I just realized I'm not big enough. And it's also like the gym community is just way too saturated. It's too small. It's not showing who I am. I'm like, I need something to show who I am. And I'm like, everyone's still
Self-expression.
and everyone's doing YouTube videos. I need something new. And I mean, streaming, it's coming up still. Like it's still like not at its peak. I was like, yo, I feel like I could become a streamer. And then in March, end of February, I did like 3 streams total, 3 desktop streams. I was scared to do it. It was like an hour, clip farmed a little, but I would not post on my main page.
Why were you scared to do it?
Because I was scared of the judgment. I was scared of all that. I came out of high school last year, and I always got judgment. So I was always like, I always still had that little.
We fear, like human beings, we just fear judgment for some reason. Like people is gonna judge regardless.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
you just gotta do that shit.
I felt the same judgment in high school too.
Same here,
I
bro.
was blowing up in high school, having a lot of followers and TikTok, but TikTok wasn't cool when I was doing it, so I was getting judged. So
you're the guy that does TikTok.
Yeah, so that's why I like hid for a few years. So because I was going up, then I hid for a few years. Now people will say this is a comeback.
Right.
Bigger than ever though. I'm not leaving again, but continue.
And then it's just crazy because I always had judgment with kids in my school.
So
like,
I'm gonna ask you this. Sorry to cut you
No,
off.
you're okay.
How did you get over the judgment? Like what was like?
I'll get right to that once I get because
Okay.
during the story, honestly,
Yeah.
the last couple of months, it's really like the judgment. I don't even care anymore. But basically, I was like, I need something different, and then I'm like, all right. the streaming, I gotta actually show people I'm streaming on my main page because I had like 1,000 followers, and then I also had like 2,000 on TikTok because I got a video that got 6.5 mil, and so that did pretty good. So I'm
put 6.5 million people in a room.
Yeah,
like we really don't understand like how many people are like.
Just because it's like videos. A number on the screen, yeah, but we like, lose touch.
That's 6 million humans, bro.
That's insane.
That's insane to think about.
It's crazy. And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna post like, cause I like filming like kind of like movie type skits. Like I have that, like I love that. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna film a little skit. I was like, let's make it like personal about me. Have my friend call me, and he was like, yo, well, like, what are you doing now? You're not doing gym content. Yo, like, come back into reality. Like, you can't become a Twitch streamer.
Who told you that?
Who?
Like, who did you get that from?
I've had that from so many people with content. Like,
just a lot
friends, family, everyone. Just, like, everyone, basically.
Telling you can't do it.
Yeah, you can't do it. And I'm like, nah, all right, I gotta post this. I posted that day. I didn't do crazy. Like, it got a couple likes, couple comments. People who were close to me, they're supportive of it. And then you could go on to his part after the post happened an hour later.
He posted that?
What was the post?
It was
you want to see it?
Well, just what was it?
It was like a little movie skit that I was going to streaming, like showing like, oh,
so it was
I'm
like,
a streamer now.
It was like a trailer.
Yeah, it was
showing
like a movie skit.
What he was going through in life, and he's starting to stream, and this is just the beginning.
Word. So then continue.
So I saw that, and I was in a point in my life where it was just like, wow, like I see somebody who posted something, and we match. This is the same vision. So I hit him up.
Just on some like.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, bro, I love what you're doing, bro. I got the same vision. I would love to work. Like, I love what you did, bro. I would love to work. And we hit each other up, and it was like, we connected after like a month, right? We connected after like a month, and we started just like doing streams together.
Well, tell him about the first time we met, though. Like,
first time we met, I helped him. He helped me do a skit for my YouTube video that still hasn't dropped, but it's dropping this month. Trust me. Tender Date, controlled with the AirPod featuring your boy Flashy, the playmaker. He was in there telling me what to say, keeping me busy. And Arod started in there.
So that was the first day y'all like, met
at the park.
That's crazy. How long have y'all like been doing this? Like
content?
Yeah, or like known each other?
Since April.
Yeah, April.
Trying to find
so this is new.
And the best thing about it is the way when the camera turned on when we did our first stream, I knew it was like, this is gonna be something big because we got so much chemistry. Like I never knew this motherfucker in my life, but when the camera turns on, we play off each other. Everything it feels so unreal.
You know, what
people think we know each other
this
like
is like
for a
the
long time.
spiritual part, like that's weird.
You know that I was just about to say that's God. This
unexplainable.
Exactly. Like tell them about like the things like sometimes we think about. Like,
we think about the same things, the ideas,
and then we say at the same time, and we're like, yo, what just happened? Like we'll have ideas or like just funny moments, and we just think the same exact thing every time. Like we'll look at someone, and we look at each other, and then I'm like, yo,
I never knew him since like till April, and this is like been my brother. Like people that you know what I'm saying. Like you can know somebody for like 5 years, 10 years, and they've been in your life. But I met this motherfucker
in April,
and he's the closest person to me. Like I trust him. I trust him with everything.
I trust
him with everything.
I was trying to find the screenshot, but
that's on IG.
Yeah, no, but I was. Oh yeah. You're right.
It seems like that is supernatural.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Read that.
That's how I hit him up.
Just on some like.
Seen this on TikTok. Dead ass fuck with it, bro. Have the same vision and looking for motherfuckers to lock in with me. I'm from the area. If you're down, let's work.
Just on some hit like.
People be scared to reach out for collaboration, bro. It's hard to do this shit alone.
You know what Jesus said?
What?
He said, ask and you shall receive.
You
knock and the door shall be open to you. And that's the realest thing. You gotta ask.
Exactly. So off of that, how did you get over the fear of judgment?
I'm gonna say it was you because I remember we did our first ever. All right, so we did like 2 streams before we did our first ever true IRL. We did this basketball stream at my old place I used to work at, and it was all right. Like it wasn't anything that good. We just learned how to stream basically. Right. And then we went to the city, down to the city, our first ever stream basically together IRL we didn't really even know what we're doing. We didn't have a way we could share. We didn't know you could share chat. We didn't know about invite to go. Like,
y'all were rookies.
We were rookies.
It was the first time. But still, there was something different like about that because I saw like what we were doing. Like as soon as the camera came out, I was like a little nervous. My first ever true IRL. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I? Then we just start trolling people, like just like doing our thing. And it was fun. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't care what people think no more. Like, this is fun. Like, this is actually fun. And the best clip that to this day did not get like a ton of views.
I'm so mad.
But it's so good. Bro.
You could always post it again. That's the beautiful part.
We're waiting like 2 years. I'm going back to the city. I'm visiting Unc. Bro, this guy drew a picture of us, and it was awful. But it was just such a funny. It was such a funny video, and it's just I remember that. I was like, I don't really care what people think. And then over time, it's just you build up your confidence.
40 is crazy.
And over time, you just build up your confidence, you build up who you are, and then you're just like, honestly, at this point, once you get more and more and more, I don't really care. Like, I like to troll about it. Like, yesterday, we're at UAlbany. We got egoed.
But tell them where it came from, though, because we, out to my fair.
All right, that was crazy.
Tell them everything.
We're local streamers, but we have pretty big motion, I want to say. I don't want to, like, be cocky.
No, it's true.
Yeah. So we went to Altamont Fair this one time. He's like, nah, no one's going to know who we are.
Because my thing, when it comes to certain things, I have a mindset of, like, I don't expect anything. So when it does happen...
That's the way you should live.
When it does happen, I'm so grateful when I appreciate it. Because you don't get disappointed.
When you expect something, like, expectation is the thief of joy.
Exactly.
You know?
So, continue.
And then we were in the Altamont Fair. First kid comes up. Yo, you're the streamers. Ali and Arod.
We took like 30 plus pictures.
That's amazing.
A mom came to us for a picture. That's how crazy it was.
That's amazing.
Then we did our famous overnight at Get Air stream.
Yeah, I was actually going to go to that, but I had work in the morning.
We had over 70 kids come see us. Over 70 kids come to Get Air just to see us.
That's so
for our first event, and we've been streaming for 2 months. So
that was crazy, and like this like scene, like we had Johnny Two Phones, a connection we just met, Jay Easy, Selly Papers, and just all the connections we've been building has just been crazy in those streams. Like, I have so much confidence now to do this.
You know what it is, bro? Like, I could tell a story, but it's like people like love to be a part of winning. So bad. Like, when you are like an unknown, it's like people like they like to judge.
Absolutely.
Right? But once you start winning, bro, oh my God, the switch is crazy. I could tell you a story. So like in 8th grade, right? I was playing basketball on the basketball team, and I was going to a new school. I didn't really know anybody, and I was hated on. I was really hated on. Like, people did not fuck with me, right? And that year I was like fearing the judgment. And then like that whole school year, I was miserable. I like didn't like who I was, and then something happened that summer. I don't know. I just got a little bit of confidence.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's all it takes.
Just a little bit of confidence. That freshman year, when I made the team and played ball, I was averaging like 20 points.
Tight shit.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And the same people that was hating on me, they all switched up like that, bro. Like that. It was so quick, bro. They all wanted to hang out with me now.
I can't even explain that. And this is the thing, like he's a little older than me. I'm still young. I graduated high school last year, and it's crazy because I remember I was the quiet one. I'm chill with everyone, but I was the quiet kid. I just did school. I hated school. Almost failed out multiple times. Last year they're telling me, you got to go to college. Like there's no other choice. I went to CBA, so it's a college prep school.
Motherfuckers.
They told me you have to go to college and stuff like that. They didn't care. They didn't ask me to go to college till January, so they didn't truly care. None of my teachers truly cared. And I'm like, no, I really want to pursue something in content. They're like, you're not going to do that. And people, there was always trolling.
People love to put labels on you.
And now, after we started like blowing up in July, I got constant people coming up to me, texting me from school, yo, you're doing good now. Remember, I was always a supporter, stuff like this. I'm like, I'm not going to go like, yo, no, you weren't. I'm going to be like, no, thanks, I appreciate, man, it means a lot. But in my head, I'm like, damn, like.
No, you weren't.
You were never a
word.
You know those motherfuckers.
It really is like that.
There, yo, like.
It's crazy. That's just the craziest part.
This leads into a question that I was going to ask. What do you think is the biggest difference of like how people treat you now that you have a little bit of motion? Like, what's the biggest difference in the way you interact with people, good and bad? You know what I mean?
Oh, you want me to go first? I would say, like, even just, like, I'm going to always stay. Obviously, there's going to be a point where we get too big, where we need, like, security and stuff like that. But I always want to stay humble. Like, we had this experience where we're out on the mall. One of the kids that saw us at the Altima Fair asked us for a picture and everything. We go into Paxton. I'm looking for clothes. And he's like, yo, like, you guys are, like, actually chill. Like, I would think you'd be, like, so Hollywood and stuff. I'm like, why would I do that? Like, I'm like...
we human. I'm just like you guys.
Being. And I hate
just
when
like
people... Or, like, obviously, if someone's a fan of someone and stuff like that, I don't like to say they're my fans, they're my supporters, they're my family. And I hate to see, like, some people when they're just, like, they're crazy about a rapper or something. Like, oh, my God. You breathe the same air.
You know what it is?
Breathe the same air.
Human beings have, like, we were born with a worship gene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, humans love to worship. Like, it's in our bones.
Yeah.
So I ask you, what are you worshiping? You know what I mean? Like, if you're worshiping another human being, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Should be just God.
And like these celebrities that go around, they're literally, people worship these guys. Like
Crazy.
People faint at the sight of these people.
Like,
And I feel like
same
the
air.
best thing with like streamers are definitely gonna be bigger than like all those A-list celebrities because those
It brings in the
celebrities,
personal aspect.
exactly. Celebrities, they're so mysterious in this. You watch us eat, sleep. You form an emotional connection with us because they're watching us 24/7. They watch us sleep. We go on live. We sleep on live together. We eat. We do everything. So they see that and they feel like they know us. So that's why they have such a connection with us that we don't probably see because we're through a camera. Like they're watching us through a camera. You know what I'm saying?
Word, but where does the privacy aspect come into that? Because that may become, you know.
I like to, the biggest thing, like, I'm more of like, obviously you want that privacy, like my family. I try not to get too much into them involved in stuff, but like it's my life now. Like I'm gonna always be like, I'm open about a lot of things too. And you're gonna see later on when we talk more. Like I'm gonna be open. Like I'm open of who I am and where I came from. Cause like again, I don't have a lot of family, and like these people who support me are my family. So I'm like, I tell them everything. Like this is like my Twitch family. I'm not gonna say like my Instagram, TikTok, because those are the people who are just gonna like it. But the people who come in my Twitch every single
that you
day,
don't even gotta post on notifications.
who come in, that's my family right there, and that's just how we're building. And I'm not scared to show them everything I do and what I'm doing.
You're building a community.
A community, and my thing about when us building a community is like other streamers, they build communities and shit, but it's really self-centered for them to thrive and for them to just go up. My community is for like the people like upstate New York, small streamers, small rappers that could have a space where they can connect, where we can't collab. A lot of motherfuckers, they join our community, they be like, oh, I want to collab, but we're trying to go big. We're trying to make our plans are so busy. So the smaller streamers that want to collab, or other streamers that want to collab with us, or there's other streamers, we just kind of put them in the community so they could collab with each other, so they could be probably the next Ali and Arod. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They could go crazy. They could be bigger than us. They could be better than us. But they connected because there's people in our community that talk. They talk every day through us because they watched us. They didn't know each other, but now they're best friends because they watched our content. So I'm just like,
bringing
that's
people
fucking
together.
That's crazy to see
amazing.
that this dude is from Oregon, this dude is from Schenectady, and you guys talk every day and you guys are best friends because you guys watch us. That's crazy.
That's inspirational.
It's truly crazy.
And it's crazy because this is just the beginning.
Exactly.
How long have y'all been streaming? Like 6 months?
Not even. I would say,
4?
or I'm gonna say 4, but like I'm gonna say consistent numbers. We have not been, our first like consistent when we started was July 1st. And we're on a 100-day streak right now. So really, we've been really, to get views and get clips out, it's been July 1st was where we truly started. And so
right now, it is currently September 6th.
And you could see all the traction we've gained since we started. Like July, we said, I think that's why we're like, the universe blessed us. Because we said, I said, Ali, we gotta like stay consistent. Let's do 100 days.
No, at first it was 30, but then we got close to 30. We was like, yo, fuck 30, yo.
We going
Let's go 100. Let's go something.
Word.
That felt so far, but it's possible.
And our views, we were not seeing views, and we're just like, yo, we just gotta switch on up a little bit. Like let's see, like think about Drake. Who has his back? His hometown, Canada. Out there.
So you start repping the hometown.
Yes.
We start taking over. Like, we want to take over the hometown, get our love, and show them. Because, like, Albany, upstate New York, them motherfuckers, like, bro, New York as a whole, they don't fucking care. Like, the city, they don't claim us. Like, on some real shit.
Word,
the city be like,
we're
yo,
like the
y'all from Albany? But literally,
we're the long lost little brother
exactly.
that
So
never made
they
it.
be sweeping us under the rug like we ain't shit. So I'm gonna show motherfuckers that there's true talent in upstate New York. There's
100%.
genuinely true talent, and people like where we're from, like Albany area, like it's a bad environment, but there's true talented kids that's just misguided. That I want to show them that I'm literally from where you guys from, like the hood, and I'm chasing something, and it's possible. I can't speak that knowledge to them yet because I haven't made it yet, so they're just gonna be like, "Oh, all right, nigga, shut up." But if once I make it and they're seeing the process of it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, like, yo, you lived here, man. How?" It's possible, bro. I mean, that's all I want to show them because there's so many misguided kids that's going to jail, that's doing this, that's genuinely good fucking kids that's just going down the wrong path. That I feel like we can inspire them to be themselves, bro. Because you think these kids really want to be in the streets doing like all this shit? No. Some of them have a fucking talent that they want to play the guitar, they want to sing.
That's just what they've seen growing up.
Exactly.
And it's a cycle. It's a never-ending cycle.
And they're scared to jump outside of their own skin to do what they want to do.
The fear of getting outside of your comfort zone. Fellas, you gotta get out your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is poison.
Can't be comfortable, bro. Every day we jump.
I talked about this on some other podcasts.
Yeah.
You could be so comfortable, but so not content with where your life is at. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
And I just feel like in my life, I've been extremely comfortable.
Yes.
But in a state of like, I don't want to say depression. I don't believe in depression, but there's been times where like I was in a dark place just based on being comfortable.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, it's almost like you fear, like there's like something supernatural like keeping you there, and you gotta break out. You see what I'm saying? I was
drifting, like I was comfortable, I was just complacent in what I was doing, but I just wasn't getting anywhere, and I knew I wanted more. I felt like that this year. So it was just like drifting through life. Then it's just like got to a point where I was like, nah, fuck this. There's so many people that I need to impact. I gotta lock in
them
and
kids.
The kids, bro.
Like I had like throughout my life since COVID, like I've had all these ideas, like so much creativity and so much things that I wanted to do. Like God literally gave me so many passions.
They're giving you these ideas for a reason. He gave me these
gifts of passions, right? He gave me so many things that I'm passionate about, right? Yeah. And I never acted on them.
Bro, that's my thing. That's what I was saying. Like, those ideas in your head that pop, those random good ideas that you get out of just nowhere, that's for a reason. So like before I used to just sweep it under the rug and just like boom. But now every time we get those ideas, we make a call, we write it, and in action, and that's the biggest thing that's been changing our fucking life. Action. Right. We check the camera, see if it's just like low test. We good. Just wanted to.
How many hours did you say that had?
I don't know.
The SD card? Just make sure.
It has 2, so we're good.
Oh yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah, good.
I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, so like you can like be in a state of comfortability, but like for me the biggest thing was action. And this year, like I felt myself like I believed I was trapped in a cycle, right? Like I wanted to do things, but then I would be inconsistent. Yeah. And then I'd fall into the same patterns and then the same cycle. Yeah. And then my boy Justin came home from college, and he's the reason why this podcast is happening right now. Shout out Justin Vandeloo. Go follow him. But
shout out Justin, man.
He really like sat me down and was like, "Yo, bro, you think you're trapped because you believe you're trapped."
Yeah, that's your own personal belief you set on yourself. Exactly. Your own limitation that you set.
He used the word hex. Like hex? I hexed myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and ever since then, like I've just been acting. You know, like this podcast is born. I starting a lot of different things that y'all are gonna see soon. But it's amazing what action can do.
That's insane.
And it's crazy what beliefs can do.
Yes.
If you believe,
the power of belief in yourself, you put that shit in yourself. Cause you see all these motherfuckers like succeed in life, and you got that belief like, oh man, that can't be me. But you start putting that belief in yourself, so many things start fucking happening.
It's
so
like the law of the universe, bro.
Bro, yes.
Belief is the most powerful thing in this universe.
Me and him, bro. Even sometimes when like he he has a little self-doubt because it happens with the field that we're in, bro. We have good days, bad days, and when I'm having a bad day, he lifts me up. He's having a bad day, I lift him up, bro. And days like, it's just like crazy how the universe works. Because one day we were at the ice cream spot and he's just like, yo, bro, the views, it's just the views, man. It's just hard. They're not doing good. I'm just like, yo, bro, let's just work on the things we can control. And he has a plan for us. That's what I told him. Exactly.
And this is
next day somebody asks us for the few out.
No, that was Crossgates. Remember, I was
somebody
like, yo, bro,
for a picture.
like, what are we doing? We go in, we're talking to the general manager of Crossgates. Girl comes up, I was watching you guys. Can I get a picture with you guys? I'm like,
after he was like had that self doubt, I just told him trust, and boom, right after.
It really be in your mind, bro.
It really is.
And I've struggled with that a lot in my life too, but I wanted like belief, right? Belief is extremely biblical, like. Jesus said, believe in me, and you shall have eternal life. Why do you think this shit is all a test of belief? This is why I say belief is the most powerful thing in this universe. Why is this all a test of faith? Why is this whole thing, the whole human experience, a test of belief? Because you live out your beliefs every single day. What you believe, you will live out every single day. If you believe that you're a bum, then you are a fucking bum.
You ain't lying.
You're gonna keep that cycle too. Like it's like that's
if you believe you're trapped in a cycle, you're fucking trapped in a cycle.
You genuinely are who you think you are. You put yourself like
when you talked about like not believing like depression's not a real thing. I believe the same thing. Like anxiety and depression, it's not a real thing. It's staying in that circle, staying in that cycle.
All
like
depression.
When you sit in your bed all day, you're gonna stay depressed. And that's
depression. All depression is your body and your mind and your soul telling you something needs to change, and it's not changing.
Yeah, dead ass, bro, dead ass. And that's the thing. Like, I want to tell.
And
these
you
kids,
stay in that state.
And it's like the kids, bro. Like, because a lot of kids struggle with the depression. They struggle with everything. And I'm like, just get up, go do something. Watch when they watch us. I want them to get motivated for what we're doing. Get out of your bed, go after something. Go after that vision. Because not a lot of kids want to do that.
And I feel like this generation is like so stuck. Like it has a lot to do with like social media or like people just they don't really believe in themselves that they could do it. Like, and I've felt that in my life too, but it's just like, bro, you got it, bro.
That's why we've been pushing that, because the biggest thing about like people want to get on the internet and start pushing this flashy lifestyle. We want to be the complete opposite. What do you wear every day? What do you wear every day?
Yo, what you know about these?
What's the story behind these?
Oh, yo, this has a deep story. All right, these shoes, no one actually knows. Like, I put these on one day. Do you know the deep story? I don't know if you know. All right, so these shoes, I was like, one day, yo, they do stink. I'm not gonna lie. These shoes.
I wear Crocs every day, bro.
So I'm like, I've had these shoes for a while, and like Ali saw them one day, and he was like, yo, you should put them back on, because he were saying like they're chopped and shit like that. Like, because it would be funny, because I wore them one day, and he's like, no, just keep them on, because like the Kai Cenat chair. But like that's the thing with these have deeper meaning, because this actually got me in. It's connected to my belief in God, which is crazy. So back in October, I was riding my it's like a e-bike, Suron, and I'm in Schenectady. You know, I'm riding with my friends. One day we're coming out. This is nighttime. We come out of one of the tree, like by the tree lines, and there's like a telephone, the power line, and the wire was sticking out. All I remember is smacking that. Helmet flew off. Everything came off. Hit my head. Had a seizure. Could have died that day. And there was something. I woke up. I'm like, yo, where am I? I was like, and it was something that day. It was like, God kept me alive for a reason, and that's where I truly found my passion for this. And I had that's the funny part. I had these shoes on. I never put these shoes back on. I never put these shoes back on till that one day we streamed, and Ali said, "No, you should actually keep them on." I was too scared to put them on because I was like, "Yo, they bring something like bad." I'm like, actually, nah, I'm gonna keep them on.
And my thing about wearing those shoes is to show people that we're literally like, you know how Speed just wears anything, bro? It's like, show like we're just regular people. Put us on a pedestal, but like we're just regular niggas grinding every single day.
A little bit of technical difficulties.
Unfortunately,
we recorded like 40 minutes.
But
I want you to
you know what? We're gonna get right into. I think the last thing we talked about that was recorded was the shoes.
About these niggas.
Yo, no, they're my come on.
What's the story behind these shits?
No, he told the story.
We got through the story.
Yeah.
We talk about that, and then we're just getting spiritually. Like,
Oh, well.
I really just want to get from the, because I want to talk from the beginning.
I could start from...
I want to talk about what got, I want to ask you first. What got you into God?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I wanted to ask you guys that. So I was telling Ali this. I'm pretty weird, right?
This is crazy.
I'm a pretty weird person. So I was raised Jewish. Like I'm a Jew. I'm ethnically Jewish. I was raised in that background. But my dad sent me to a Baptist Christian elementary school. I was bar mitzvahed and I was also baptized. So I got to see both sides. And seeing that, it was cool. I got to see both sides, and the more I think about it, I really believe the Jews missed out on their Savior. Like, Jesus is king to me, and is king, period. Like, there's verses in the Bible, Isaiah 53, for example. It's a prophecy of Jesus and what he 500 years written before Jesus came and did what he did.
Yep.
The Jews won't read that passage, you know? And it's kind of crazy. What got me into God, it was instilled in me through my parents. Like, I was raised in a religious environment, but also the person who revealed God to me is actually kind of crazy, my stepmother. During COVID, like, I just had like a spiritual awakening. Like, all these things just started to come to me, and I realized that we're so small. The universe is so big. We're part of something so much bigger than yourself. And COVID changed my life. Like,
Changed everything.
Absolutely.
like,
fuck.
like before COVID, I was like a regular person, like normal white kid, just trying to get all the girls, yada yada, play basketball, right? And after that, like, my entire outlook on life changed, right? I'm like all these ideas, all this curiosity, it came to me all at one time. I changed more in 3 months than I had in 3 years.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? But
How so?
it was just like, I would, like, those 3 months, I was living on cloud nine. Like, I believed I could do everything. Like, it was just like this sense of so much awe and curiosity about the universe. Like, I would look up at the clouds and I'd see them moving, and it was just like, wow. Like, this shit is really beautiful. Like, and then I saw the world, like, the fucked up position that humans were in. And I'm like, damn, bro. I saw the world differently. Like, I saw the state of human beings and how we kind of corrupted God's creation, you know, for whatever.
We need people doing good here, and that's what we're doing here. We're all doing is just good. And that's what we need.
Inspire, impact.
Yeah.
Like, the thing with me, like, with God, it's interesting story, because obviously, like, I really believed in God after the story I just told. But I went to a Christian school. You're getting taught about God every single day. But I didn't. Yeah. I didn't never really had. I always believed in God, but I never had the relationship with God. And being in school, it never really helped. Like, it was just like, you know, you're force fed that. So I'm just like, it's like whatever. Then after the bike accident, I really got strong with him. Next day, I got a Bible. Started reading the Bible. I'm like, oh, like,
You went to CDA and didn't have a Bible?
No, did not have
That's
a Bible.
crazy.
I did not have a
You
Bible.
would think a motherfucker that went to Christian Boys Academy would have a Bible.
No, didn't have a
wild.
Bible.
And that's the thing about
Stigma.
like churches and all that stuff. They really are. I feel like churches and Christian schools, a lot of them, they're really missing the mark.
Yes.
You know, like, they're almost hypocrites in a way. Like, they don't listen to their Savior. It's the same thing with the Jews.
What do you think you like? What did they push towards you guys if you didn't like?
They didn't. That's the thing. I feel like they didn't really care. They were just speaking and not really caring. They're just speaking. That's how I saw it.
Like, no emotion, no feeling behind it.
They're just speaking
like,
a Bible verse, blah, 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 and then go on.
But what does this actually mean? Why was this written?
Yeah,
they
like, I wanted to, like, have that connection, and then I started, like, reading a Bible verse every day. I would just read my Bible and really get connected with God, and that's what truly happened. And I have my ups and downs, like we were talking about. Lust is a big one. Have my ups and downs with lust, and, like,
elaborate.
With, like, a lot of things, I want to, like, become better with like, because everyone struggles. We were just talking about earlier. What we'll talk about is
pornography, temptation.
It really sucks because every kid gets fallen into it at a young age, and then you can't get out, and it's like you're trapped.
It's addiction.
And if I never found God, it would be way worse to this day. And that's the thing with girls, looking at girls for their bodies. It's like it's not the way to live.
For their minds
it's
more,
not the way to live. And that's where I'm realizing like I want to find my future wife. I don't care about these girls. I don't care about. It's just for content.
And that's what we've been doing, entertaining people with girl content, but on a different level. It's just entertainment. When we really lock in, we're not talking to these girls off stream. We're really locked in. Like
and you
we're
go
trying
on my
to find,
Instagram, like
we're trying to find a wife.
Yeah, for sure.
You go on my Instagram and you're gonna go through my following. It's all dudes. You never will go on my Instagram and you'll see me follow a girl because I don't want my future wife thinking, why does he follow these girls? Why is he talking to all these girls and stuff like that? I want to be a man of God. That's who I want to be. And I see my friends, like one of my close friends who just went to college, like he's having his fun in college, like you know, but like I'm not.
Where does it lead?
It's like it's like the hookup
path of
culture
self-destruction
and stuff like that. It's just like you want to go your life telling people you have a bunch of bodies and stuff like that. Like that's what you want to say.
Let me ask you this: for anyone out there, why do you want to go around telling everybody, "Oh, I got this amount of bodies"?
I think it's like a male.
What is it?
It's a male dominance thing. Like that's just how we were like.
I say it like this: it all goes back to worship. What are you worshiping? I said this on a lot of other podcasts. I said it on the shit that just got cut out, but humans worship three things. They either worship themselves, they either worship the external, could be your phone, could be another person, right? Could be literally anything external, or you worship God. And the example you just gave, right? Why do you want to go around telling everybody you got X amount of bodies, X amount of this? It's for your own self-worship.
And my thing, I feel like what's been normalized, which sucks, because I actually, like, high school days, I fell victim to, like, the thought of it. But, like, people, like, the stigmatism on being a guy. Oh, you're not a man until, like, being a man in society's eyes is sleeping with a lot of women. Like, you're not a man until you go out and go do this.
It's like a
shit.
social,
But at the end of the day, that shit makes you less of a man going out, like, treating women like that and doing that type of shit. But like that's what's pushed. That's the narrative that's pushed.
It's sad because some women, they don't like it, but they do like it. A man with a lot of bodies. It sounds stupid, but like some of these girls are just trapped. Like they like that bad boy or something like that.
They
but
want
a true
the status.
woman of God. A true woman of God is someone who you don't see going out all the time and stuff like that. And I understand people like to have their fun going out, but where I talk about staying sober, like.
Why do you want to stay sober?
I'm so hard on staying sober because like my family past, my father, like him becoming a very bad drinker and stuff like that. And I know like your parents, they love you and everything, but like my dad, he's a big drinker and I feel like I lost him through that. Like he's still alive, but like I feel like I lost him through that. And we're talking
I think you said something along the lines of drinking brings the devil out of you.
The devil. You can see it. You can look at a person and it's just not them, and it sucks to see a person you care about turn into something else. It's ugly.
Yeah. Why do you think it brings out the devil in you? What about alcohol?
I feel like it's a demon. Like if you look into it, I don't know too much, but if you look into it, the real word roots from like a completely different word. Alcohol means something else. If you like look it up. And it's just like it consumes you. It's real dark. It's ugh.
Yeah, and I think it's just like I want these kids like that we're influencing to just stay sober because like when you're going out every week drinking, it's a habit. It's a habit just like lust. It's a habit. And when you stay in that habit, it's just self-destruction.
And I say with the shit that we're building as Ali and Arod, it's gonna be so different because rappers, everybody else, they push this narrative to smoke, drink, fuck bitches, do this. We want to push the narrative to fucking lock in, worship God, have the faith, and just like not be lustful, not like not stay sober, all of this shit, so you can be a good human being, bro. Because that's where you're gonna see the most growth in yourself.
Yeah, I say
so much of that shit is pushed. All that.
It's all like, bro, like. What are you? And that's the problem with social media. It's like we live in an age of information. Like I feel like this generation is lost. Like there's so much information being pushed on you
at once, and the brain is so easy.
Do this, do that.
Age.
This is what your influencer doing, and it goes back to worship. The influencer could be such an evil person, but guess what? You are influenced by him because you watch him.
Exactly.
You worship him in a way. It's like these rappers, like people faint at the sight of rappers on stage. Like, have you ever watched the Michael Jackson videos? Like, these motherfuckers would literally, at the sight.
Crazy, man.
Literally.
I just say, like, people that want to be in our shoes and want to stream and shit, just have utter, faith in God. Utter faith in God, for sure. And just, like, that don't get consumed by the external. Like, they care so much about the numbers, but the numbers
Worshipping the external.
Exactly. The numbers is literally only the byproduct of the input that me and him are putting in. Like, the numbers, the control things we can control. We control how much content we can push out and how much times we can stream. The numbers is just a byproduct of the hard work we're putting in. But, and also the faith that we're having in God. It's nothing that we're controlling with that. We focus and dial in. Like we have like a big meeting and talk every month and like every day with me and him, but as our team every month of like, oh, what can we really improve on? If the numbers are low, we don't focus on the things that we can't control. We focus on the things, how can we dial in on things that we can control? How much content we're pushing,
because that's really better ideas. That's really all you can do is.
And that's just the byproduct of the people. That's the byproduct of the success we're gonna do.
Like, I say it like this: people love to try to control everything what they can't control, and that goes back to comfortability. Like, you know, and you only have one life. You can control what you can control. So what are you controlling? Are you sitting there being comfortable, doing nothing, scrolling on the internet? Or are you actually doing something that you want to do? Exactly. That's going to make an impact. So, and I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
So, so we discussed how influencers are worshipped.
Yep.
Right? And how demonic that could be. When you guys get to that point, which you will, I have no doubts that you guys will get to that point. How do you balance that? Like, how do you get to the point where, like, because you could get to that point and start to worship yourself, like all the pride.
I just feel
from
like
from all these people, you know.
I feel like really like having, because I don't know yet because I'm not there, but I know we're gonna both be there. Is both, because we're a duo. We do this shit together. We sharpen each other. The reason why we're having a lot of success is from God and each other sharpening our minds. So just like staying close to God throughout everything. Cause like I genuinely, like, if you feel like you're the reason you're doing I ran up these numbers by myself, you're gonna like, you're gonna lead into chaos. But if you genuinely understand the impact we're leaving and how blessed you are to just every single time you're going, a good moment happens, just how blessed you are to experience this life that God has given you.
Living under God's will.
Exactly. It just gives another sense of appreciation. How do you think you're like, well,
I think another thing, with this is like what a lot of people, when they start blowing up, what they let come between their friendships and just themselves is money. And I think I put everything as an investment. Like, I don't care about money like that.
We don't give a fuck. We literally broke as fuck. Trying to just like,
yo, I had $12 in my bank account last week in New York City. Like, it's just like, I want to put everything back into this because I know it will reward me later and give it all to God, you know? Right. Like, and like my money. I want to have more money, and like my goals, the more money I get, I can do more things for the kids. Like, I want to get inner cities kids or like kids who are struggling and stuff like that. I want to bring them to like some type of event we could do, like with NFL players. Because kids, what do they love? Sports and like big football players or something like that. And show them that like, you can do something and go after it and stuff like that. And that's what I influence every single day. So I want to be able to help kids with like that need the help, don't have a lot of money and stuff like that, and influence it, put it in their brain, go after it and do it.
And like, I love that. Like I said the last time, but it got cut out. People don't see this fucking type of shit we do because they get caught up in the clips and how things get clipped. We are streamers. We entertain. We love to entertain, and that's all they see. So they'll judge me based off of one thing they see. But once I grasp people, because we're entertainers, once they get into our lives, that's when we drop the knowledge, we drop the sauce. We give them the real. We give them the real, like, to stay close to God. Like, because this is literally just documentation. Streaming every single day is documentation of, like, the process we're going through, like the ups, the downs, because we're nothing but real to the viewers. It feels like a live documentary.
They're literally living your life.
Exactly, with us, bro. They'll see the ups and downs. They'll see us go through highs, through lows, through mediums, and it's just like, it's crazy, because I just want to show you guys that we're just two, like in our bios on Instagram, just two kids from upstate, bro. Just two kids, just like you guys. There's no reason why you can't do what Ali and Arod are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Why you guys can't be bigger than Ali and Arod?
Another big thing I feel like with losing God, because I feel like there's been people who have blown up and they lose God, and when you lose God, you lose yourself. And with that, it's like,
why do you think that is? Why do you think when people
God puts everything together?
No.
Why do you think they lose
like,
themselves?
Why do you think
because of the rewards.
people get to a certain place and then they lose God?
Because they see all the external shit. What is it called? Like, I'm new to the Bible, but it's like the flesh and
vanity.
Yeah, they value like everything external, like that.
The money, lust, car. You get a fancy car and stuff like that. Obviously, everyone wants those fancy things. Like, I want to eventually have a nice whip. Of course. Come on, but I don't care right now. Like, I'm fine with whipping like a.
And that's why I say it all goes back to worship. Where are your eyes? What are you worshiping? Because it's so important. Humans were born with a worship gene.
Oh.
You know?
Yep.
And it's crazy. Like, why do you think humans were born with the worship gene?
It's the way we were created. Like,
why? Why did God put a worship gene in us?
To worship Jesus.
To have trust. And
it's a very deep question.
It could be anything too. It's like, that's the thing. That's another thing I like about the Bible. You can interpret it like you have a way
completely
to interpret
different
it,
ways.
you do, but it still makes a good human being. Like, we probably have difference with the Bible, but we're still trying to become good human beings.
I love to dive into some of those, you know. But I think why God gave us a worship gene is a very deep question, and I think it has something to do with like, if you truly put all your faith in God and sacrifice everything to be with God and worship God, that will ultimately lead you to become the best version of yourself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I know humans were born with an innate nature to do good and an innate nature to do evil. It's the cycle of life. Light and darkness, good and evil, you know, yin and yang, you know. And if you truly worship God with all your heart and all your soul, that evil inclination starts to go away.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that. I looked it up till I knew what I was talking about. It was living in the flesh or living in the spirit. And that's like,
which it goes again, are you worshiping your body or are you worshiping God? Are you living in the flesh or are you living in the spirit? It's all the same thing.
Exactly.
You know? And it's beautiful, you know? Like, you were talking about the story of Job.
I love, like, that's my favorite story in the Bible.
Why is it your favorite story in the Bible?
Because he lost everything and went through so much, but the fact that he didn't curse God's name through the hard times.
Word. I'll break down the story of Job again. I already did this, but again.
And he received so much more, and it's just like,
so Job was
miracle.
Job was just a human being, right? And he had everything. Everything was given to this man. He had sheep, he had ox, he had wives, he had children. He had everything a human could want. And he was a child of God, right? So then Satan came to God and was like, Job worships you because he has everything. Right? So God was like, no. He worships me because he loves me, right? And basically an agreement was made between God and the devil that you could take everything away from Job, but you can't take his life. And so everything that Job had was gone, right? His wife died. His kids died. His sheep died. His ox died. His cows died. And how would you react to that? Like losing everything. He had boils on his skin. He was sick.
That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't know how to react. Yeah. That's why it just gives me a complete, utter, like, sense of just, like, having that faith and just, like, taking a lot of accountability on things. And, you know, when people's first initial responses is just, why God, this, that, and just blame God instead of just, like, this happened because of me.
And Job was in a state of that. Like,
absolutely.
Job was questioning God. And he was in a place of uncertainty, and he didn't know why all this was happening. But the moral of the story, and towards the end of the story, he remains his faith. He keeps his faith in God. And you know what God does? He doubles everything that Job has. He doubled his kids. He doubled his sheep. He doubled his ox. He doubled everything that Job had because he kept his faith in God. And that's so powerful, you know?
That's probably like the best story too, bro. Like,
I'm thankful for you, like,
yeah,
introducing me to the Bible, getting close to God, because I wasn't close. So it's just like
Bible has changed.
I appreciate our brotherhood more than anything.
Bro.
Like,
word,
it's like
it's amazing.
People, like, I don't know.
God
people
put us
know
together.
This. Yeah, God put us together.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, like, we didn't talk about this yet. A lot of people, they join groups when they go huge, like, content wise, like FaZe. AMP,
like
shit like that.
We
want to collab with motherfuckers. We want to
have friendships,
good friendships. But it's always Ali and Arod. Like,
and we have like this really good friend Dom. He has the same mindset as us. We love him. We're gonna always do content with him, but we're gonna always be that. The reason why we grew up, it's the duo. Like, if we're filming together, it's the duo.
It's always
I could see, like, the way we're kind of going.
Introduce motherfuckers.
We might have Dom, because Dom's probably gonna live with us.
But Dom also likes to do his own things too. But the thing with us, we're Ali and Arod. Can't get one without the other.
Dynamic duo.
Exactly.
And I fuck with that. It's cool.
Batman and Robin. I'm Batman. He's Robin. Peanut butter's better than jelly. I'm obviously the peanut butter.
I'm the peanut butter.
No, I'm definitely. I'm definitely peanut butter.
So we went over your favorite book in the Bible. What's your favorite story in the Bible?
I like Romans.
Romans.
Yes.
That's one I never heard before.
I don't know. I don't know what I was watching or something. It was just said, go. This is how I got introduced, because I did some searching, like, where to start in the Bible. Romans teaches God's story and where God came from, but Roman teaches, like, where it's God's story, and it teaches you how to be a good, like, just human being. It teaches you all the, like, the rules and stuff like that. And I don't know, something like, when I read Romans, I'm dyslexic. Two, I have a reading, like, curve and everything like that. But, like, reading that, I don't know why. I got everything. It was so crazy when I started reading that, because I'm like, yo, what? Like, this is weird.
Because, like, he's not. He's actually dyslexic.
And I
streaming with him every day, reading chat. It's so bad.
No, but like reading. I've never been able to read a book in school. I've never been able to finish a book.
But you could read that.
I read that, and I'm like, yo, what? Like, I'm like, what? Like, this, it was just so weird. But, like, that's my favorite.
That's God.
If I tell anyone to start in the Bible, I don't know. I think Romans, because it just, Job is a great one, but, like, Romans.
I have two.
What's yours?
I am about to tell you.
Let me hear it.
Start the timer.
Yeah.
Two stories. I wouldn't even call it. The first one is the first 5 books of Genesis. Adam and Eve, the story of the tree, and knowledge of good and evil. That in itself, I tend to go down the rabbit hole of, like, just life and everything. And that is such a deep story. Let me ask you a question. In I could ask you this question. I could ask multiple questions, but why do you think God decided to plant the tree of knowledge of good and evil? If God wanted us to live with him and be with him, why did he even plant the tree and give us the option to do evil?
Because if there was no option to do evil, it's like humans wouldn't be humans, and, like, free, like you said, free will.
We'll be just like
the answer.
We'll all be the same.
The answer is literally in the first 5 verses of the Bible, right? God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. But what people miss is God divided the light from the darkness. And in that moment, God was creating a balance, right? He created the first opposite, light and darkness, good and evil, yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
That in itself made it possible for this whole three-dimensional realm to exist. Without that, free will doesn't exist. Because what if everything was good and everything was light? Like, just picture a room of everything just white. What would it be?
I feel like nothing.
It would be nothing at all. Light needs darkness to define it.
Yes.
And that's why God separated the light from the darkness. And that's so deep and so profound, and people miss over that.
I like that.
It's like, yo, right? And people reject God because they seen what, like Job, they seen what God had, like, they blame the shit that's happened in their life because of God, right?
But you can sit there and sit down and reflect that you could take accountability on how
Exactly.
a lot of things in your life is literally your fault.
Understanding that there are two opposing forces. God did not do that. That's the evil in the world. And in order for us to exist, that has to exist.
Exactly.
And he planted the tree, right? He had to give us that choice, but he created us with full goodness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were made in the image of God. Never forget that. You were made in the image of God.
Amen.
Absolutely.
And that's in the
Amen.
first 5 books of the Bible. You were made in the image of God, right? And God gave us that choice because he had to. That was the only way for us to have free will. And so humans ultimately ate the fruit, and we are what we are. We understand good and we understand evil, and we have an innate nature to do both good and evil. You see what I'm saying? And that whole story, I feel like I really connected with that.
Yeah.
The second one.
You ever watched The Giver? Nah.
The Giver?
Yeah.
I think I read that book.
Yo, so good with that like type of
Word?
yeah.
Wait, was that the? Oh, I remember.
it was like
The black
in
and white movie.
dystopian society.
Yes,
on
yes,
things
yes, I read
on
that book.
How
Yeah,
things
yeah.
were if it was just one way when they didn't understand what
to
like
watch
murder is. They didn't understand what this
took
was.
away the free
They
will.
took away. Then he starts to. The whole world changed. Like the color, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Now I'm watching that tonight.
Can I
Word,
watch
I might have
Movie
to.
theater. Can we watch it?
Yo, what's the
I
word?
actually don't really want you at my house.
Okay.
You be messing.
Dick
with
Rider.
the place.
All right. Second. What?
The second, and this is the most profound thing I've ever read, and this is what ultimately birthed my curiosity to the Bible. I remember I used to go out in the woods and smoke the Zod by myself and just like think about life.
Yeah.
One day I decided to bring my Bible, right?
Ooh.
And I opened a Bible off the Zod. I'm high as shit. It was like Matthew 6, 7, and 8, or 5, 6, and 7. I can't remember. Jesus on the Sermon on the Mount. And the lessons in there were just so profound. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus spoke to these people and was like, in the old law, I say to you, it was said that if you commit adultery, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yep.
But I say to you, if you even look upon a woman with lust, you've already committed adultery in your heart. In those verses, he says, judge not and you will be judged. For with what measure you judge, you will be judged. In those verses, he says things like, turn the other cheek. He says, in the old law has been told to love your enemy, or to love your neighbor and hate your enemy. An eye for an eye.
Yep.
But I say to you, love your enemies. Do good to those who despise you. Pray for those that hate you and use you. And let people use you. And like, if they ask, give it to them. You see what I'm saying? And he also says, don't do things for the wrong reasons. He was brought up like prayer. Like, do not be like the hypocrites that go out and pray in front of people for the validation of men. Go in your closet. You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
Pray to me in secret and your Father will reward you openly. He also says, like, when you give to others, when you give alms to the poor, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see this on social media. People love, like, I don't want to throw out names, but Mr. Beast, you're giving these things to these people, but it's for your own self-worship.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Don't let your left hand know
doors.
what your right hand is doing. And guess what? He says, the Father will reward you openly. You see what I'm saying? And this all came from the Sermon on the Mount. I would give everything, literally everything, to just have been there, bro. Like, Jesus is the most fascinating character in the history of man.
Amen.
Amen. Absolutely.
He makes absolutely no sense in every aspect of the
You
imagination.
question everything.
Yeah.
He literally, bro, people said this man healed the sick. Okay. They said he walked on water. Okay. They said he healed the blind. Okay. They said he raised paralytics, right? So, let's say someone was paralyzed their entire life. Mm-hmm. Some man walks up to you and says, rise up and walk. And then that man gets up and walks.
That's crazy. Like,
you see what I'm saying? Unreal.
And that's why I think people got to appreciate the things that happen, because there's so many things that like you just can't control, and the real things that just happen to you. You just got to appreciate that and say thanks to the man above. And sometimes I go out through the day and I give my prayer and after a good day of just thanks. You don't always gotta ask for something. You don't always gotta. You just thank you for this. Thank you. I just
gratitude.
Exactly. I just go through the day just thinking everything
life is
that
a blessing.
happened, man.
Never forget that life was a gift. And I want to talk about the anatomy of Jesus for 1 second. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is your understanding of God? What is your perception of God? What is God in your eyes? I want to ask that question first. Like, what is your perception of God? Like, what do you view God as?
Oh, that's deep, because I've never really had that question.
Me either.
I feel like I gotta think about that one.
I'm so knowledgeable on it though. I want to not knowledgeable. I'm so ready to hear. I don't know.
I gotta hear yours first, I feel like. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm very I'm new to my faith. So it's
Same.
everything's really new to me, and I'm learning more, and I want to. And
so me, it's just a real, a deep divine spirit that I feel.
I say during COVID, I understood it for 1 second and then it was gone. But I had this vision of an infinite consciousness spread throughout the entire universe. If you look at pictures of the universe and the human brain, spread out, it's almost identical.
Yeah.
It's a never ending. I could show you pictures. I could put it on the screen. But it's if you look at brain neurons and the universe extremely zoomed out, exactly the same. And so that in itself is unbelievable.
That's crazy.
It's an infinite consciousness that lives through everything. You see what I'm saying? He's everything. He's omnipresent, omniscient, and I don't even know. There's 3. But he's everywhere. He sees everything. He is everything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would be understandable if that God really didn't give a fuck about us, right? Mm-hmm. It would be understood. He's big, way bigger than we could even comprehend.
We sin a lot,
Yeah, we don't even follow him. Look at the state of the world. But whatever that God is, he does care. And you want to know why he cares? Think about the anatomy of Jesus for 1 second, right? Jesus claimed to be God. He claimed to be the Son of God. And for God to humble himself, to become a human being.
Yep.
Something so big and ginormous that you can't even understand.
Become anything. Become a human being.
Humbles himself to a human body. To be the example for all humans.
Then what we do to him.
And then we murder that motherfucker.
The perfect
human being.
Kill him.
The fact that God let
and he still
himself, because Jesus is God.
Yep.
to feel that pain, to pay the price for everything evil under the sun. He did that for you. He did that for you. He did it for everybody. Right?
And to still not even hate them, like, or have any.
And on the cross, while being nailed, and these people are insulting him, they're casting lots. Like, they're throwing dice. That's what casting lots kind of was. It was like, they're throwing dice for his clothes. They put vinegar in his mouth. He can't even breathe. They beat this man to a crib. They cut off his fucking dick, bro. Probably the worst death in human history. Why? So he could take everything evil that you've ever done and everything that anyone has ever done. He took it upon himself in that moment. The sky turned black. And he did that for you. He did that for you.
That's what I always told him. He's like,
appreciation.
they killed the perfect human being so we can make mistakes, and that's the thing about.
But imagine your father and your son, and this is Abraham, right? Abraham, like God told Abraham to kill his only son for a sacrifice to God, and he stopped him in that moment and was like, kill this ram instead, right? But why? And that was in Genesis, right? And to see God birth himself a son, his only begotten son, and to sacrifice that. Imagine sacrificing your son.
Can't imagine.
Imagine you have to kill your son. Think about that.
I don't even, like,
You can't. It's
I
like
wouldn't be able to.
God did that for you. Jesus took that upon himself for you. And he says, if you believe in me, you will not perish but have everlasting life. Jesus is insane. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time to me.
Absolutely.
If you don't believe in Jesus, I suggest you read the Sermon on the Mount, like I just said.
What do you feel? What is your thing you can tell people? Because I used to be one of them, and I got close friends. I was going down rabbit hole, always thinking like, what's like God, this, the Bible, or people that just like, oh, I believe in like a higher power, but like once you got to start. I want to show them. Like once you start to see what this faith can do and what this faith is, it's amazing.
When we talk sometimes, that we have like some people who are like I think he's real, but like he needs to show himself, you know? It's like
But I feel like some people they gotta have their own experience. Because sometimes it's gonna be a time where you can't handle something and you get on your knees and you pray and he does the unbelievable. He shows himself and
yeah, so your question is, what do I say to those people that are kind of on the fence?
Yes.
I've kind of struggled with this in my life because it's yo, what the fuck is that, bro?
See, that sounds like fireworks.
Fireworks in September.
I say I've struggled with this in my life because it's easy for me to follow God because God has revealed himself openly to me since a very young age. I was Jewish, I was sent to a Christian school, you know. And I've also dove into other religions too. Like, these religions are inherently beautiful to me and they have a lot of wisdom. So I've always questioned God and like, why is that not the way? But why is this the way? I've struggled with that, you know, because like I look at Buddhism, for example, right? Buddhism is such a beautiful faith and religion. It's like, it's about detaching yourself from the desires of this world.
That is beautiful.
It's beautiful. And I say it like this. Don't put your faith in religion, right? It's not religion, it's a relationship.
What do I tell you? What did I tell you at first? That's what I thought the first time because I didn't believe like religion, like I didn't.
It's indoctrinated.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I told him like, yo, that's the main thing. Like we had it like when he was getting me closer. I'm like, yo, I gotta improve my relationship with God, but like religion, man, it's like it doesn't make so much sense. I'm wary on that a lot, like with how people present it and just like what it is.
Yeah. So,
but my relationship with God,
and that's
is the
why,
only thing
and
I
that's
care
why,
about.
and that's another reason why God sent His Son to Earth, to have that personal relationship.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? No other religion has a personal relationship with God like you do with Jesus. So I say, like, okay, be personal with Him.
Yep.
You know? And in the Sermon on the Mount, like I was just saying.
I'm sorry. It sound like they lighten it up.
They got a battle going on.
In the Sermon on the Mount, in those same 3 books that I mentioned, you know what Jesus says?
What?
Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be open to you. And
I'm sorry. Chat, it sound like they lighten it up.
yeah, for sure. But seek and you will find. Ask and you shall receive. And that goes deeper than just seeking God. Like, it goes back to worship. If you're seeking demonic things, like if you're seeking worship of yourself, if you're seeking worship of other things, guess what? That's what you're gonna get.
You definitely will.
You will open that door. You see what I'm saying? And so, for people that are on the fence about God, right? They don't really know what to think. I say it like this. How were you born? Like, this existence. Look at this existence. Look at the sky.
All the time.
Look at the sky, bro. This is not normal. This is not normal, bro. We're so desensitized to it because we go through everyday lives.
Day.
Bro, this shit is not normal,
beautiful.
bro.
Like how? Like, you can't.
This existence is unexplainable. That's why this
Exactly.
podcast is called the Life is Weird podcast. Because life is weird, bro. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It's unexplainable. It is beyond this world. If you look at the universe and the size of it, it is infinite. It is expanding and infinite. It makes no sense. Nothing about this makes sense, yet we're here. So, yo, bro, what the fuck is going on out there, bro?
You want to go find out?
Some things you just don't want to ask, you know?
Yeah.
You hear this a lot?
Nah, bro. This is the first time thing. Yo, they trying to hate on us so crazy. They took away like 40 minutes of this. They
trying
throwing
to
fireworks out here, bro. They don't want this podcast to go up. But guess what? It's going up.
It's
bro.
going up.
Bro, it's going up.
They trying to throw all the obstacles.
Word.
at us.
I'm going for the half court shot.
Word. But yeah, this life shit makes absolutely no sense.
Would you ever change up a little scenery one day on a podcast?
What do you mean?
Like, one day I want to run it back with you. Life is Weird podcast. Maybe back on the court, just chopping it up.
For sure.
Like, you feel me? Like a IRL podcast
I-
is just like chopping it up with us, bro.
This is where I get crazy ideas, like with podcasts. People usually do in the same place.
Word.
We should do different locations in
Yeah.
upstate, Thatcher Park, at the egg.
Hard.
Word.
When you get bigger people,
That's a
on,
good idea.
Low key, different places, different scenery gets people
Yeah.
like, oh wait, I know that place. Wait, this is kind of interesting. Oh wait, that guy's kind of like big, like on with content.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Yeah.
So,
I think Thatcher Park Sunset would be fun.
that shit is hard. But back to what I was saying, like, this life shit is weird, bro. It makes absolutely no sense. And to be as arrogant to say that God isn't real, you know, how do you know? You know? And the only way you can find out, I say, is to seek God, right? And if God does not answer you, then go back to the old way. Mm-hmm. You could always go back. That's why I say, like, just try it, bro.
Yep.
Just give it a shot. You see what I'm saying? It can't hurt you.
That's just like our content too. Like, take the first step, or a business you're starting, or something you're trying to get out of that 9 to 5. Take that first step. Mm-hmm. Take that first
See
leap.
what it can do. It can't hurt you.
I was scared too. Everyone's scared at first. You got that little ball of anxiety, but take that first
it's the fear
step.
of judgment.
And that comfort too that you're always in. It's like, just
Because
take that.
you're so
first
comfortable,
step.
you don't want to take that new leap on something else. Because it's the unknown.
Your
You're
life
walking into a path
could
of the unknown.
change just like this overnight. It could change. It could take time, but it could also change just like this. Just like videos that have blown up. That just can change so quickly. Like him getting on House of Highlights. Was it House of Highlights?
Me and A-Rod have combined for over 12, I'm going to just say 12 ballpark, 12 million views, but overall, probably around 20 million views in the past 3 months.
And that's amazing. And
on every platform, around 20 million views together. Ali and Arod.
And that's so beautiful because you're coming on my platform, something that might not be as big, and I'm just starting out too. But you're gonna attract all these people, and you're gonna bring all these people to God.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the main message. We after the entertainment, after the funny things, after the horror work, that's the main thing we want to do.
Word.
Because it's beautiful. We want to impact the kids to show them they don't got to live the life. Probably live the life that we hearing out there.
Right.
Or just like the street life, man. It's just...
The question is, how do you think people get trapped in the cycle of living a street life or getting trapped in a 9 to 5? Or like, what do you think?
Street life, yo, because they grew up in it. And the parents, because I predominantly could have lived that life, but I saw more. I saw more and I wanted to do more, and I knew, because they hear, like, I feel like listening to that voice in your head. That voice in your head, everybody hears that shit. But some people choose to turn it off. And I chose to turn it off and didn't listen to that for a long time.
And
once you start to listen.
And that goes deeper because the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? Why did God plant the tree?
Mm-hmm.
We ate the tree, we know good and evil.
Exactly.
Right? You hear that voice of good.
Yep.
But are you going to be pulled by the voice of evil?
Exactly.
It's that constant battle.
They're hanging out with people that know they're not good for them. They're being in a relationship that know not benefit towards them. So it's just like...
But they always hear that voice.
They always hear that voice. You always have that voice in your head that tells you
this
have
isn't
to...
right.
Exactly. And
I think we were talking about this when we got cut off. We were talking about depression and how depression isn't real.
Why do you say it's not real?
I say depression is a state of mind, right? Like people, when people say they're depressed, they truly believe that they're depressed, and you can't tell them any other way.
I do think it's like kind of a little bit though. It's kind of the devil kind of leeching onto them.
Absolutely.
Like they'll tell you, oh, it's a chemical imbalance. To my question, why is there a chemical imbalance?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Why do you think there's a chemical imbalance? To me, all depression is something needs to change in your life, and it's not changing. You're staying in the same place. You're staying in bed. You're scrolling, whatever you do, and you feel like there's chains upon you and you're trapped by it.
Yep.
And that's why there's a chemical imbalance.
I feel like what you said, the devil leeching on, like you said, the whole thing of what is God, the devil does the opposite. He occupies the empty space within your mind. So if you're doing nothing, if you're in your bed, you're letting the devil get to you instead of pursuing your purpose, having positive thinking, positive thought, words of affirmation. The devil is going to leech onto the
sweet little liar.
Exactly. He's going to leech onto the empty space within your mind, and even the self, the doubt, the negative thinking. That's all the devil. All the devil.
Right. To doubt yourself is to doubt God.
Exactly.
Because God has a plan for you.
Couldn't have said it better than me.
And I've struggled with doubt.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of my life.
Oh my God.
Like there's times where I believed I couldn't do something, and I always say this every time someone says the word can't. I tell them to shut the fuck up. Do not say the word can't around me.
Yep.
That is the biggest swear word, bigger than anything you could ever say.
Yep.
Why? Because if you tell yourself you can't do something, it goes back to belief. What do you believe? If you believe you can't do something, you can't do it. And this goes back to, I don't know if I asked this, I think we got cut off, but why do you think this whole thing, Jesus says, believe in me and you shall inherit the earth, and you shall live with me. Why do you think it's all test of belief? This whole human experience is a test of belief. Why do you think that is?
Because that's just like what you were talking about earlier with if there was nothing with that, it's like, it's now
belief is the most powerful thing in this universe. If you believe something, you live out your beliefs every single day. Right? You experience your beliefs. If you believe something, you will experience it. It's a law of the universe.
Yep.
Right? So this whole thing is a test of faith, because belief is the most powerful thing a human can do. Right? Jesus says to have faith that you can move this mountain, and the mountain will fucking move.
Yep.
Amen.
And like we said before, to have that belief and have that belief in God to receive that stuff, you gotta set yourself in a position to receive the gift God has for you, like we said last time.
Word. You have to put yourself in position.
Question. How do you feel like in your podcast, in your life, surrounding, because this is a thing with us, we are so tight with who we talk to, who's in our circle, like who you surround yourself with, even girls I talk to, even people I talk to, if they don't really serve our purpose or add value, I tell them straight up, I can't have them in the life, because I spent...
Yo, what the fuck is going on out there, man? Yo, that's fireworks, bro. It has to be.
I don't even want to go see.
Yeah.
Yo, how much they spend on that?
Yo.
But
they got the plug.
how do you feel like surrounding yourself can be detrimental to people's life?
In terms of this podcast, or in terms of like surrounding yourself in your life?
In general, for you.
I'd say
Do you have a good circle?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I was blessed with wonderful friends.
But did you have a situation where you didn't have a best circle, and how did that interfere? Or
I always felt like I surrounded myself with good people, right? You are a product of your environment. It goes back to being trapped in the cycle of living in the streets, right? That's what you know, and that's what you're surrounded by. You're easily influenced, right? Especially as a child.
Exactly.
Right? So if you surround yourself with that for your entire life, guess what? That's what you're gonna become. And there's a cliche that says, "Oh, you're a product of the 5 people you hang out with the most." Right?
The 5 niggas we hang out with, we all eating.
Exactly.
Like, I'm telling you, we all eating. Like we all are
And
we're
that's real, because if you
grinding.
surround yourself with bums, guess what? You're probably gonna become a bum. But if you surround yourself with like-minded people that have the same vision, it doesn't even have to be the same idea, but just the same, faith and conviction, right? You could really go far. And in terms of this podcast, though, I really want this podcast to be a platform of like sharing different perspectives.
Yep.
Seeing things in a different light. Having someone watching think about something they haven't thought about before, or even in a way they haven't thought about it before,
Yeah.
So, again, if you disagree with what I have to say, right, I'd love for you to come on.
Yep.
Right?
I like that, taking like the path you're going, because it's controversy, and we don't, like with us, if it's controversy, it's either we're just dealing with hate, and it's just like, damn, how are we gonna deal with hate? You talk to them, you get their perspective. We don't get the time to sit here and hear them out, and I like this.
Right. It's like, okay, if you disagree with, like, it goes back to fight or flight. Like, you either fight or you flight, right? But what about having a conversation?
Yeah.
What do we disagree on? Why do we disagree on these things? And can we come to a common ground?
Yep.
I feel like that's the problem with society. Like, we're so quick to judge, and we're so quick to hate each other because we believe different things.
And relationships too, man. I feel like you can really be in a beneficial relationship with a person that you don't have a lot in common with, and it could be a real beautiful thing, because you guys have.
I've experienced that myself.
So it's so beautiful, man. Meeting
someone
women,
that challenges your beliefs.
I love that. I love that.
You know?
really give me like the Bryce Crawford vibe with like everything.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Bryce?
What? You gotta watch him. You gotta watch him.
I could see you doing IRL content too, just for like.
No, it's gonna happen.
You gotta watch him.
You gotta watch him. You gotta take some ideas.
Bryce
I
Crawford.
see you do that.
We're gonna send it to you right after
His
this.
story
You gotta
is
see
so
it.
amazing, just where he found God.
You gotta
I'm not gonna
watch him.
spoil it now because you gotta
Oh,
watch it.
Bryce Crawford. I know that guy.
Yeah.
I know who exactly you're talking. The dude with the white dude with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
And he's on, like, yeah, I know exactly who that
Yeah,
is.
he definitely like his. I like his story, and I just like what he does. He likes like our content's different because we always like to have fun and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
y'all
but,
are
like,
entertainers. You're streamers.
But we can also show, but like his content, I just love how he can go on the streets and just go to people who have the
And pray for them.
disagreement about God and still talk to them.
And there's no hate, it's no anger, it's no emotion.
And that's
it's
what I
just
feel like.
straight
And that's what you're doing.
wanting
right
to
too.
understand.
That's what I feel like the problem with the church is. It's like, yo, you are judging everybody. You are like Jesus literally came to earth, and the people that he came at the most was the religious leaders, because the religious leaders thought they were the best. They worshiped themselves, and they put everyone down because of that. You see what I'm saying? And Jesus literally said, "Judge not, lest you be judged.
Mm-hmm.
With whatever measure you judge, you will be judged." So I say, like, everyone has their own story. Everyone has reasons why they believe certain things, right? My job is to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And try to give them a new perspective. Not to judge them,
Mm-hmm.
but to give them a new perspective. See if they can think about something in a different way,
Yeah.
you know?
What do you feel like that does to the world, like the impact you're putting in, like ultimately like the purpose you're going upon, like your
Say that one more time.
like what do you feel like your purpose is, like in
With
this
this-
life or with this podcast? Yeah, with
this podcast?
Yeah, specifically.
My goal of this podcast is to have thought-provoking conversation, to help people see things in a way they haven't seen it before,
Yep.
in a way that they might have thought about, but not in the way they thought about it before, to offer a new perspective, and ultimately to bring people to God. And I feel like God has given me a lot of gifts, and this is my way of expressing that, you know? And yeah, in terms of my purpose in life, I'm a creator. I went to school for woodworking, right? I'm creating content right now. My goal is to create, either with my hands or with my voice, is just to create in general, you know? And having the balance of not worshiping myself and giving all the glory to God, he will do that for me.
Absolutely.
You know? And yeah, I can ask you guys the same question. What is your purpose in this life?
With this content,
With this content and with this life?
with this content, I feel like both of ours, I would think, is to inspire.
Yes.
To inspire, for sure. What would you?
Say the same exact thing, but my like purpose in life just to like I feel like it's always to just inspire people and just to do good in the world. That's
help
what I
and
like,
heal.
just to do good for people, because like even the people who like are always negative and stuff, they can become positive and
Absolutely.
you could change them. You could change so many people, because I went through friendships of negativity, and I there was ways where I could help them, you know, become more
You
positive.
can have that uncomfortable conversation like you have, like you want to do with this podcast with like relationships and friends, so you can have that understanding.
Like, I feel like
Change their
I
understanding.
feel like whatever powers that be that control the world, they want us divided in every single aspect.
for like with religion, like and
Religion,
stuff like that.
We're
like,
divided with politics. It's red versus
Divided.
blue, boy versus girl,
We all got to come together, and with the
gay
content,
versus straight, black versus white. See what I'm saying? It's like,
none of that matters.
why do you think they want us divided? Ask yourself, why do you think they want us divided?
It's just, I feel like that's just how the world, that's where the negativity comes in, and that's where like, almost like God, like if that
If
honestly,
we're all together, we're way too strong. Like
and I
we're
just
way
don't
too
think it could
strong
ever
together.
it could never. It's just
You know what this world would be if we all were together and not divided? It's
if the world would be perfect.
Why do you think that is? Because the powers that be, they want us divided because that is
it wouldn't be no scheme. It wouldn't be no pyramid scheme. It would be no money.
This is how you control people.
Exactly.
This is how you control people.
It would be no pyramid scheme and no money, no addicts. The world would be so fucking pure. But they don't want that. They want to profit off of it.
Divide us because you can be.
We're too powerful together.
I say it like this: they want to control you in everything that they do, and all the content that you consume every day through scrolling, through this information. It's all designed to control you, to make you think a certain way. Okay, think for yourself, because a room full of 100,000 men, that's a threat.
You damn right. I never thought about it like that. They don't want us all. So that's like when we start pushing our content, bro. Combine like all our viewers, bro. No matter who they are, where they're from, like really.
Dead ass, bro.
That's another gem you just dropped, man. That was amazing. that was definitely amazing.
Like we gotta stick together, and the only way through that is through God, bro. You see what I'm saying?
And I love this podcast because the way to do this is through God and having uncomfortable conversations. It a lot of people think these conversations are arguments, bro. It's like you're just debating. You understand, like it's uncomfortable, but you're seeking to understand.
And then people will have these conversations and then insult each other. Okay, let's not. It's like hooping, right? You're on the court. You're balling. You could talk a little bit of shit,
but you can respect the motherfucking game at the end of the day.
Let's not take it personal.
Exactly.
Let's not take personal shots. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it what it is on the court.
Yo, that's exactly what I do when I talk to like women, because they start to argue, and I'm like, hey, I want to understand what you're talking about, but if you feel like you're gonna insult me and
let's not.
I just want to understand. I want to get to the bottom of the
why are you insulting me because I believe things a certain way?
That's what I'm saying. It's not an argument because we think differently. It's not an argument because we have different takes.
Exactly. It's getting, and honestly, you should honestly make the other person's argument for them. Try to get to understand where they're coming from.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And that's how you ultimately come to a compromise and this country was founded on compromise.
Exactly.
If you see the way this country was constructed, obviously there was a lot of things that happened in the past that weren't good, but this country, let's not get it fucked up. This country is the best country in the world. I can't make this podcast anywhere else. Like, let's say I live in communist China. You think they let me talk about God like this?
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? Let's appreciate what we got. You see what I'm saying?
See that.
You know? And I feel like we take it for granted. You know? And this country was ultimately formed on compromise. There was a side that wanted a Bill of Rights, and there was a side that didn't want that. Yeah. And ultimately they came to a compromise, right? And this country, what it is now is we just have everybody butting heads, hating each other. For what? Let's go back to our roots. You see what I'm saying? Let's go back to what it was. Let's try to understand each other. See what I'm saying? Let's try to spread love, even if you disagree with them. Like I was saying before, Jesus said to love your enemies. Pray for those that hate you. Do good to those that use you.
All like what we're deep as hell, and how we're gonna do for our community that we're building. Because we're building something way huger than what motherfuckers think, bro. And like really, all of this just ties into it. So like we got so much big plans, huge content.
Can't wait, bro.
But like the impact that we're gonna leave on this world, bro.
Show that like
impact. And
just do like be the next up for like Kai Cenat almost. Like Kai Cenat, I love his content because he preaches the word of God.
But we could do things different.
We could do different too, and just like even just seeing like you can't let money get to you. Just like Kai Cenat, bro. Just recently, Nike got rid of him because he
preached Jesus, talked about God too much. Are you dead ass?
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck him. All money ain't good money. You guys that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and. I don't know if I asked you this on a lot, like when it got cut out, but balancing that when you do get to that point, like, how are you going to combat that? You know, because that's the direction you're going. Mm-hmm. How do you combat that? How do you stay true to God, not do things for yourself, you know? And I pray for you guys that you guys don't lose yourself, you know, along the way, you know?
Just appreciate the fact that everything on this planet is not mine. It was given to us, and it was a gift. So with it being a gift, it can all be stripped away so I'm not gonna sit there and bask in it, because like, especially with bad deals like that, I'm gonna preach the word of God and have my faith regardless. So if they're gonna hate me, they're gonna hate me regardless. But me walking with God is gonna be way more powerful than what anybody can say or anything anybody can do to me.
Understand that you're gonna get a lot of criticism.
Absolutely, and I'm willing to take it on, especially with my brother and the community we're building and with God.
It just helps, bro.
Word.
You got someone
Absolutely.
else.
You're
It's
not
like,
alone.
Yeah.
You got somebody there. You know, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and I love what you guys are doing with this community. Like, it seems like you guys are really bringing people together. You know,
like you said to us when we were starting this podcast, you were like, what we're doing for Upstate, it's new, it's different. And what I think, because like the goal is to take over our city and our state, but also we want to take over the world. Me, Ali and Arod, we want to be global. You know what I'm saying? So what's popular with streamers? They all like they're lustful. They don't talk about God. They don't stay sober. We're preaching this new stuff and we're still entertaining as fuck. And we got that mix of both, but our morals and our minds is like, that's what I feel like is gonna separate Ali and Arod from anybody else, regardless of how big they are.
Yes, and I absolutely love that. I think this is a good place to wrap this up. Listen, thank you guys so much for coming on. You guys are doing me a favor.
No, thank you for having us, because I learned so much. My heart, my soul, spirituality, everything is healed, and just learned so much. I appreciate it.
That's not me, that's God. You know,
he's basking and just thinking like he.
Bro, no, I'm thinking about my stream today. I'm thinking about like, just like how much like I can even incorporate God into my like content even more, and just like
amen.
So much.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm just blessed for opportunities like this, because probably wouldn't. It'd take a while till we're on a podcast, and now we get to talk about it now, and it's like get to talk about my story and talk about everything, and just it's a blessing. That definitely is a blessing.
And yeah. Oh, glory to God.
Genuinely thankful for you having us on the podcast, man. It's
listen,
amazing.
If you guys want to do anything in the future, like, listen,
of course,
I'm here, bro.
Of course, bro.
I'm about to, y'all are about to see a bunch of other stuff coming out soon from me. If you guys ever wanted to,
bro, we got huge things coming too that we can have you a part of too.
Word.
So, trust me, it's gonna be great.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you, man.
Preach, bro.
Shout out to the.
Shout out 518. We on the map. You see what I'm saying?
I love y'all.
It's going to be the biggest podcast in the world one day.
I'm definitely believing that.
Word. Hell yeah. That was wonderful.
Yo, that shit was great. Even the second time.
That got me deep, bro. I love